Hello, my name is Braynoski.
And I'm Austin Morales, and you're watching The Inner Gamer On.
And today we will be talking about a massive, potentially not real, but hopefully real Spider-Man leak on Spider-Man 2 coming to the PS5 with story, release date, and much, much more.
And as always, if you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and bang that bell, because we know you like banging them bells.
It is time for a video game news. In this segment, we share the best headlines from the week in the gaming industry. If you ever want to contribute to next week's episode, everybody, make sure you send us a question or comment at hello@theinnergamer.net, or you can join us in our Discord channel and let us know right through there. We got a couple articles to talk about this week, some speculation and rumors that are brewing in the world of video games. And the first one we are pretty excited about. Obviously, take this all with a grain of salt because it very well might not be true, but if it is true, this is super exciting. According to Game Rant, a article that was published about a massive Spider-Man PS5 leak. So there is a Reddit user by the name of Throws Away Quarantine 8 who claims to have a contact at Insomniac that they had a meeting on Zoom that showcased an extended video on Spider-Man 2. Definitely no question that they are making this game, but whether these stories and comments in here are accurate, they very well could not be. But it's worth talking about, speculating, and just kind of talking a little bit about our hopes and dreams for this next game, because as you probably heard on The Inner Gamer in the past, if you've been a listener for a while, we absolutely adored Spider-Man. There was also, to add credibility to this, community director James Stevenson did post a tweet saying that there was a meeting that took place on the 17th. So maybe this was that. Maybe there was content revealed. Spider-Man 2 will be with Peter Parker and have a conversation with Mary Jane Watson. To Spider-Man 1, they had the day and night cycle, but the day and night cycle was tied to a level. So it didn't just like naturally progress to nighttime as you're playing the game. You like commenced a mission and then all of a sudden it was nighttime. And then you completed that mission and then it goes back to whatever time state it's supposed to be. And that was kind of weird to have it like change based on a mission that you were starting. It wasn't very fully realistic. So I'm hoping that with the PS5 and the powers that are in it, they're able to actually have dynamic weather that changes based on just the natural timeline in the game, as opposed to you have to go into a mission to make it night or day. They also say there's going to be dynamic missions throughout the game's open world, with things such as balloon missions from the Spider-Man 2 movie video game, saving construction workers, hanging out buildings, taking people to hospitals, rescuing people from burning buildings, basically doing all the things that Spider-Man does as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This was have bigger side missions, including a fight with Mysterio, a side mission with Daredevil, and a race against the Human Torch called, quote, Fantastic and Fiery. The main story will revolve around the Venom symbiote, which has started in a lab at Oscorp. This was initially bonded with Harry as a way to cure his life-threatening illness, becoming bonded with Peter, giving him a classic black suit from the comics. So you'll be able to swap out with that suit whenever you want, and each suit of the game will have its own symbiote version. And then they go on to say they're going to change out how combat works, so making it more aggressive than usual, and it'll have a dedicated skill tree that players can level up. And then there's some gameplay shown with Miles Morales, who will come into contact with Peter Parker. There's also a possibility that we might see some Green Goblin stuff happening. And then finally, they announced a few DLC packs, one that's based on Morbius, another based on Carnage, and a third based on Wraith. They said that it could be revealed this summer, late summer, like August, and potentially release holiday 2021 as a PS5 exclusive.
Dude, this is definitely 2.0 Spider-Man, and the last one was just utterly amazing. The DLC alone makes me super excited. You know, Morbius is that movie that's going to be coming out soon with Jared Leto as a half man, half bat man, but not Batman. And then obviously Carnage is like the super duper evil version of Venom. He's going to be ridiculous. I haven't ever heard of Wraith, but from what I looked up, it looks pretty cool. Even the symbiote suit gets its own upgrades. Like, I'm so excited. And Fantastic Four is going to be in here.
So I'm curious to know if this is going to be like just like a cinematic universe of Spider-Man, or what they're going to do with that. But I'm kind of excited to see where that all goes. And Spider-Man 1 was awesome, and I can only imagine that Insomniac will just take that and just level it up times 10. I'm curious to know if, I would assume it's probably in the same place, like in New York City, but how are they going to change that up? I mean, I feel like we've been in New York City so much in so many games, and I'd like to try something different. Maybe they'll do a lot more with that, where you can have like random encounters with people that just like yell at you as you come down and say like, things that take place that engage you rather than stuff that shows up on your map. Like it's dynamic quest that can happen at any moment.
Yeah.
I am really, really excited to see more of this expansion into the story and see what ideas they have coming up with it, and getting some more of this universe in play and all these other villains and stuff like that. Like, I don't know a lot about the villains in Spider-Man other than what I've seen in the movies, but I know of these characters, so I'm excited to see how they pan out. And I like that the DLC packs are focused on, if that is true, focused on different characters in each one, as opposed to like, the one that came out of Spider-Man 1 was Black Cat. When you had Black Cat, that was what the DLC was, I think, was just focused on Black Cat. So I'm anxious to see them kind of break out from that and do a little bit more. So should be cool.